can artificial intelligence make fairer decisions than humans? It's a powerful question, and one that doesn't just challenge technology, challenges what it means to be human. Fairness is a concept we often treat as absolute, but in practice, it's deeply subjective. What one person sees as justice, another might see as injustice. And in that gray area, AI steps in not with opinions, but with data. The other is quieter, keeps to themselves, but consistently delivers high-quality work. If the manager favors the more likable person, that's emotional bias. It's subtle, often unconscious, and very human. Now replace that manager with an AI system that only looks at output, deadlines met, and error rates. And our history is full of inequality. Let's say a company uses AI to scan resumes without showing names, photos, gender, or age. That prevents the unconscious biases that often sneak into human decisions. The AI could focus purely on skills, experience, and relevance. You can confront them, challenge them, appeal their choices. These are high-stakes situations. If the algorithm gets it wrong, people's lives can be ruined. In traffic management, for example, AI can help reduce congestion and save lives by optimizing traffic flow without emotion or favoritism. In distributing medical resources during a crisis, an AI can ensure the most lives are saved by prioritizing need, not wealth, fame, or social influence. These are examples where removing emotion actually enhances fairness. And because AI systems are often treated as neutral or objective, many people trust their output without question. AI isn't magic. The key is knowing when to trust the machine and when to trust the human heart. A machine might be able to tell you that person A is 70% more likely to reoffend than person B. Tell you that person A just became a parent and is trying to turn their life around. A human might take that into account, and that might be the fairest decision of all. It's math trained on human behavior, and human behavior is messy. When an AI makes a decision, who do you appeal to? The algorithm? The developer? The company? AI is a tool, a powerful one. But tools need ethical hands to guide them. Machines don't understand justice. People do. Often, no one even fully understands how the AI reached a decision. That creates a dangerous gap between outcome and accountability, especially with black box models like deep learning. It's about collaboration. Let AI handle the vast data sets, the consistent logic, the pattern recognition that humans can't keep up with, and let humans make the final call when values, compassion, and context are needed. The best systems are hybrid systems, where machine intelligence supports human wisdom. That's a step toward meritocracy if the inputs are clean, if the algorithm is transparent, and if the oversight is human. If an AI is trained on 20 years of criminal records where minority groups were disproportionately punished, the AI will assume that's the pattern it should follow. It won't ask why. It won't challenge the status quo. It will simply learn the bias and replicate it with mathematical confidence. This creates the illusion of fairness, because it's being applied equally, but in truth, it may be repeating deep injustice. It recommends a promotion for the quieter, more productive employee. On paper, that's fairness through logic. But is it the whole story? Suppose a teenager commits theft. Empathy is one of the most powerful tools humans have. A judge might learn that the child is stealing food to feed siblings. A purely logical system might still hand out punishment, but a human can choose to show mercy or assign community service instead of jail. That isn't logical, it's emotional, and it can be more fair than cold calculation. But does that make it fairer? An AI system would give you the numbers. 8% survival rate. No comfort, no compassion, just data. Some would argue that this is fair, it tells the truth. Others would say that hope is part of healing, and removing that hope is a cruelty that logic can't see. We consider effort, personality, potential, and even someone's story. Sometimes, people with rough edges still grow the fastest. Machines don't see that growth. They see the now, not the becoming. But does that make human judgment better, or just messier? Humans have been making decisions for millennia. From small daily choices to life-altering judgments, we rely on a mix of logic, emotion, experience, and instinct. Sometimes, that blend produces remarkable wisdom. Other times, it leads to devastating errors. AI systems don't get tired. They don't get hangry. Emotions can inspire compassion and understanding, but they can also lead to impulsive, biased, or irrational decisions. Studies have shown that judges can be influenced by factors as irrelevant as whether it is before or after lunch. Fatigue and hunger play a role. That's frightening. They apply the same logic at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. That consistency is powerful. It removes human weakness from the equation. But again, the system only works if the data it was trained on is clean. Imagine a manager reviewing 2 employees. One always smiles, shares stories, and is charismatic. In the criminal justice system, judges make decisions every day that impact lives. Who gets bail? Who gets jail time? In human judgment, we often weigh more than just numbers. In hiring, AI can actually help reduce bias when used correctly. Let's go deeper, and that's the catch. AI doesn't invent its own morals or justice, it learns from us. A doctor might tell a terminally ill patient there's still hope, even when the odds are low. When a human makes a decision, they are accountable. Now, flip the script. It's important to note that emotion isn't always a weakness in medicine. Emotion and logic constantly collide. It requires a blend of logic and empathy. There's another layer to this. Responsibility isn't about choosing between AI and humans. Sometimes, no, it's about understanding people, their stories, their intentions, and their circumstances. Let's not forget how AI is already being used around us. Credit scores, loan approvals, job applications, police surveillance, prison sentencing, and more. Still, in many areas, AI can outperform humans in fairness and accuracy if it's designed and used ethically. The future, then, in the end, fairness is not just about eliminating bias. So can AI make fairer decisions than humans? Sometimes, yes.